Well, hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Corey Congilio, coming at you with a really easy and fun way to connect your pentatonic scales. I get a lot of students asking me about how do I make music and guitar solos out of these pentatonic scales I hear so much about. There's loads of videos and instruction out there, but I'm going to give you my spin on it, and this sort of line that weaves all the patterns together can really help you out as far as coming up with your own ideas. I mean, that's what improvising is, right? Coming up with guitar solos on the spot, inspired, but nobody just writes a book and not having not read any, so we have to do some copying and then put some of our own ideas into that or pull them out of it. And that's what this line is going to do. Everything you heard me play there was really derived from what this lesson is going to be about. So I encourage you to sit back and check out the instruction here. We're going to talk about all 5 pentatonic patterns and how to connect them, and really how to connect them with this line, okay? So tabs and tracks are going to be available in the download, and if you like what you see here on this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, you know the drill. You'll find out when I put out new content, and you'll get alerted when I do live streams, which is just about every week on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. We have lots of fun. I do a random lesson every Thursday live. Send me your questions and join the chat. We have a lot of fun. And there's other goodies in the video description as well. You can get the tabs and tracks, and you can even get PodGo presets. Okay, more on that later. Let's jump into the lesson. So one other thing I wanted to mention is that from time to time I use the Line 6 PodGo, and it's a great resource for me. I just put it on the desk, dial up a tone, and usually I'm going after something I don't own, like maybe a boogie or a matchless or an amplifier like that, right? Can only have so many, and I have some really great ones. But sometimes I'd like to just have fun and dial up a tone from scratch, so I did that specifically for this video, and the presets will live in the same place as the tabs and tracks that you're going to download as well. So you'll find that link in the video description. Now, I decided to use the PRS Archon amp for this video. I played those before. They have a great clean tone, and if you push them to the edge of breakup, they sound pretty good. So, dialed up a tone. Pretty cool sounding. I mean, I got a little bit of sort of spring drippy reverb. Sounds nice. There's some slapback delay on there. I turned it off to talk, but in any case, it's a great little preset. So go grab it, have fun if you're a PodGo user, tweak to your heart's content. All right, let's jump into the lesson. We'll talk about the line, the pentatonic scales, and all that stuff. So like I said, I get a lot of questions from beginners and early improvisers about how to actually use pentatonic scales and pentatonic scales in blues and rock and that sort of thing. So let's do a little quick brief background. So a pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, penta meaning 5, tonic, tones, notes, whatever it translates to. And it's so commonly used over blues, jazz, and rock, and even country. Works great for dominant 7 chords, great for power chord driven stuff. And it is just a wonderful vehicle to get started playing guitar solos, and more importantly, improvising, which means making it up on the spot. Lots of ways to do that, but what a lot of students that come to me they don't know that there's actually 5 ways to play that scale across the guitar. So they usually just sort of are content with the first pattern here, you know, doing that sort of thing, but then they don't know how to further traverse up the fretboard or down the fretboard to continue those sounds. So in the first pentatonic pattern, or in the key of A for A minor pentatonic, you're going to have 5 notes, A, C, D, E, and G. And those notes just keep repeating over and over again. Each pattern contains those notes. But the first pattern starts with A, captain of the ship, home base, whatever you want to call it. And it starts here on the 5th fret, 6th string. Now I'm not going to call out frets and strings because I'm going to have it in the tab for you. I'm not going to waste our time in the video doing that. Go get the tab and follow along. So here's pattern 1. That's your first 5 notes. And it stops on a C, A and C, just like it started. But notice how it's A, C, D, E, G. A, C, D, E, G, and so on. Now the second pattern starts on the next note, the C. So if this one started on A, the next pattern, boop, starts on that C. So that's pattern 2. C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G. Pay attention to how I finger it. And I shift up when I get to those higher strings. We'll do it again. Start with our second finger on the 8th fret, 6th string. We're going to go 8, 10, 4, 2, and then 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3. Then I'm going to shift up, first finger, second string, first, third, and then back. So let's dispel a myth right now. Just because I started on a C, that does not make it C minor pentatonic. It's the next link in the chain of A minor pentatonic, okay? So this and this, same thing, just a different starting place, okay? It's the same batch of notes, same batch of ingredients in the A minor pentatonic soup, okay? So if you're making a soup and you need onions, celery, and carrots, and you go carrot, celery, onions, it's still the same thing, okay? So, metaphors out the wazoo, right? So that's pattern 1, pattern 2, pattern 3, you guessed it, is going to start on the next link in the chain. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4. Shift up, 1, 4, 1, 3. Now what you can do, watch this, 3, 1, 4, 1, or you can go 3, 1. What you're going to find in a lot of these scales, in these boxes, is that you're going to have the ability to reach either with your 4th finger or your 3rd. Try to use your 4th as much as you can, but know that you're going to be using the 3rd a lot for bends that are going to come right out of the scale patterns. Okay, so we'll move on. Pattern 4, again, this isn't a pattern lesson, this is going to be a lick lesson, okay? So pattern 4 starts on the 12th fret because A, C, D, E. That's the 4th note, right? And that pattern looks like this. E, G, 1, 4, and I'll make my finger movements kind of obvious so you can really see. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, shift up, 1, 3, 1, 4. Again, these rules can be broken with these fingerings. Look in the tab, you'll have the answers for you there. So then you guessed it, the last one starts on that note right there, that G, and I like to go 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. And I'll keep giving disclaimers. This isn't a pentatonic scale lesson, although they're going to be included in the tab. So if I'm going too fast, sorry about that. We're going to get to the line. Okay, there's plenty of folks that have taught pentatonic scales. I want to get to the fun part, which is connecting them. Because there's going to be somebody watching this that says, I know this, keep going, go, go, go. You know, it's fine, okay? But I want to show you the background of how these all connect. So that's 5. Let's take 5 down the octave here to the 3rd fret, And we're going to play it the same way. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. Now remember that each scale contains the notes A, C, D, E, and G. 5 notes, right? But this is captain of the ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5 is here. I mean, if you got crazy, you can, which I encourage you to do at some point, you can play 4 with open strings. Okay, that's available and it's something you should check out later on once you get a handle on how all this stuff works. Okay, so you have 5 patterns that are spanning the entire guitar. Working in the key of A for A minor pentatonic is really great because it gives us a lot of real estate on the guitar. So we can see all 5 patterns, they start in a great place. G would also be fine to work in as well. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how we're actually going to use the line that I created. And the line connects all of them. Okay, so we're going to start on an A here. Then we're going to play, so it's almost like we're playing pattern 5, because we are. A, C, D, A, C, D. Then we're going to slide up to E. That sounds just like we're going, but we achieved it a different way. That's a pentatonic scale right there. A, C, D, E, G. Which we're gonna do 6th string, 5th, 5th. This is all tabbed. And when you slide, you need to give this note, this D note, what I say, enough gas so it rings out. And when you slide, it's got enough tone and enough, resonance that when you get to that E note on the 7th fret, it still rings out properly. There you go. That's part number 1. Part number 2, you guessed it, same physical movement. A, C, D, E. But then what you can do is you can have your second finger grab that one there because it's nice and convenient. And guess what? It sets us up for licks like that. Okay, so from the bottom again, A, C, this is pattern 5 into pattern 1. Give it enough gas, slide up to pattern 2. That's an E note on the 3rd string, 9th fret. Now what you can do is you can switch up first finger on the, that's gonna be the 8th fret, 2nd string, 10, 8, 10, slide up all the way to the 12th fret. You guessed it, give that note enough gas so it rings out. And if you wanted to, you could go all the way up to the 15th fret, right there. And then we can take it in reverse. Pay close attention to how I'm playing it with the fingers and the technique with the slides. So now when we descend, start on the 12th, the E. And think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna switch up 3rd string, right where we were before. Slide down. Hopefully you can hear the difference between a sliding note and a note that's fretted. Okay, so that's the lick. So now that we got that, we're going to take our blues shuffle that we used in the beginning of the lesson, the one that I was jamming to, and we're just going to kind of walk through it and see how this works and find some options. Because instead of going, now we're going to play and it's going to start to sound like something. All right, so let's do that. All right, so I got the track dialed up, but I'm just going to walk through it. I'm not going to try to play any kind of blazing solo. I want you to kind of hear how you can develop your own lines and phrases from these ideas. Now, don't be discouraged or don't think that you're stealing from anyone. I mean, this stuff has been heard for years and years and years, and it's your turn to start implementing some of it. All right, so let's try it. So we're going to take that groove, going to get my pick nice and ready. And let's launch into it. I'm just gonna walk, I'm gonna play it really slowly. It's not gonna make a whole lot of musical sense, but you're gonna hear how they work. So let's do it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go that far. Try it again. One more time. It's better than this, right? Even though it's the same notes. Okay. One more time. Let's take it up. So now we're going to take pieces of it, and that's where things really come together. But we don't have to start at the bottom. Let's start in the middle on this note. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now here's the top of the blues form. Ready? Play. We're going to do that again. Slow and fast. We'll go. Slow. Fast. From the bottom. Again. Take it up. Stay right here. It's all part of the line. That was all playing that line, and we got 3 minutes out of it, right? We didn't try anything that we already know, maybe some blues licks, but you could do that. You know, an Albert King lick, throw it in there, but run it back down. You could do so much with it. You could target chord tones, and you hear people talk about that. Roots, thirds, fifths, stuff like that. Let's do it one more time, and we're going to target root notes. So what we need to do now is we need to find the chords. The chords in this instance are A7, D7, and E7. And if you don't know the 12-bar blues, or a blues in A, or the 1-4-5 progression, it's up to you to know that. You should know that because those are the 3 chords we're going to be working with. And I'll shout it out and I'll call them out as it's playing around. But we're going to use this as a vehicle to land on the roots. And don't listen to any hoity-toity people saying you shouldn't land on the roots. You'll learn how to get off of the roots someday, but you got to have your footing. And the roots are a great place to do that. Sounds right, because it is. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Let's start the track over. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm ending on an A because it's an A chord playing now. Here's a D chord. Back to A. That's an E. Up to an E. Here's an A. A. That's an A. That's a D. A. That's an A. E. D. E. So, the point is, if you play this line, get to know some of the notes, at least the A, the D, the E, the A, the D, and the E. Learning is all a process of just like building blocks. I didn't ask you to learn a G or a C. Those are notes in the scale, but they're not the roots of our chords right now. So, one at a time. You don't need to figure all this out. Just because you bought a guitar course and the guy says that you're going to be a great player by the end of it, that doesn't mean shit. Like, just take it piece by piece. You're just a beginner. You're just getting started doing this. So don't expect it to come super fast. But with somebody, I think, like me, that's saying, take it easy and take it small pieces, this is exactly how I learned. And I like to think I can do this stuff pretty decently now, okay? So, hope that makes sense. The tab for the line and the tab for the scales, as well as the blues shuffle in A, all available in the links below. Don't forget that if you subscribe to the channel and you ring the bell, you always see not only when I put up new videos, but when I go live. I teach every Thursday live to a really great crowd of folks. So come and join us. It's going to be really fun, I guarantee it. Never know what we're going to be doing. I figure it out usually right before I go on. But in any case, that's about it. I hope this makes sense. We're going to do a lot more easy stuff like this to kind of get you up to speed. And when I say easy, it doesn't mean that you should know it. It's building block foundational stuff that you should work on and feel good about it. And don't move on until you feel good about it. All right, does that make sense? I'm fired up today. This is a great lesson. I love teaching this kind of stuff. Got a great tone with the Line 6 Pod Go. That patch is available in the link below for a download as well. Okay, how much more do we want? I'm going to go back to figuring out another thing to teach and conjure up another video. You guys stay here and learn as much as you can. Don't forget to say hi to me in the comments and drop me a line via my website. And that's it. I'm Corey. I'll see you on another lesson, and thanks for hanging. See ya.